Rugby league is one of Australia's national pastimes. People love to watch it, play it, and glass people over a match of it. Since 2003, New Zealand developer She Interactive has been attempting to replicate two of those things we love about rugby league in our living rooms with a series of video games cleverly titled Rugby League. The series finally makes its debut on the next generation home console with Rugby League Free for the Nintendo Wii.
Wallace, ready to kick off. It could be a fiery opening to this one. We're all ready. Referee blows his whistle and we're underway. That's good positional play to take the kick.
Let's tackle one. Wait.
Well, let's start with She's efforts in the presentation department of the game. This game has a higher price point than any sports game produced by EA on the Nintendo Wii, so Rugby League Free should definitely have a more stellar presentation than anything in EA's catalogue of sports games. Well, actually no, Rugby League's visuals could never hold a candle to the FIFA or Madden games available on the Wii. The polygon count is quite low, the texture quality for both the players and the stadiums is very poor. The spectators in the stadiums look like fuzzy cardboard cutouts with no facial details and simple clothing with bland colours. Rugby League Free also has the blandest looking menus you'll ever see in a video game, and the background music used for the menus is so annoying you will hit the mute button instantly on your TV when you first hear it. But on the bright side, the frame rate is very high and never noticeably changes. In-game commentary is done by commentating sports presenter Andrew Boss, who did the commentary in the previous Rugby League games. His deliverance is enthusiastic, but the poor programming of the commentary does spoil it. For example, the commentary is inaccurate many times and it does glitch from time to time. Also, the referee and the commentator will talk at the same time once in a while, which means you will be unable to understand either one of them. In Rugby League Free, you can choose to compete in any of the major rugby league competitions from Europe and Oceania. Among these competitions are the NRL, Super League, Internationals and State of Origin. Included in the game were all the stadiums, teams and players in the 2009 season of each competition featured, disappointingly not the current 2010 season. If you want to make your own team of players, then Rugby League Free has you covered with various options. In franchise mode, you can take on the role of managing a team, and if your team performs badly, you will be sacked, resulting in the game ending. You can choose to buy or trade players from other teams, and if you're feeling cold-hearted, you can sack a player. In between matches, you can train the players in your team to increase the performance of their attributes. Also, in franchise mode, you can choose not to play the match yourself and let the CPU automatically produce the results of the next match. If you just want to sit back, relax, and watch a match of virtual rugby league, there is also a CPU versus CPU option for matches as well.
With Wayman. Wayman rushes the defence inside. Release! He's on the halfway line. Farah combines. Look out! It clears through the defence. Runs into the defence and comes out the other side.
The matches of rugby league in this game will play like they do in real life, and you can change many of the rules of a match if you desire to. The CPU-controlled opposition team always puts up a decent fight, and you can adjust the difficulty level of the game to match your level of confidence. If your time is valuable or your attention span is short, you can play matches with smaller durations instead of playing a full 80-minute real-time match. Please note this is not a game you can jump into very easily, since it does take a long time to digest the complex controls and mechanics of this game. There are control options for the GameCube controller, the Wii Remote with a nunchuck connected, and just the Wii Remote by itself. For some unknown illogical reason, there is no classic controller support, and you will be forced to buy a GameCube controller for this game if you do not own one, since the other controller options are useless. The motion controls with the nunchuck and Wii Remote are not responsive or accurate enough. Also, because both these options have a limited number of buttons, you'll be faced with the task of having to memorize many button combinations for actions. But with a GameCube controller, things are much better. The controls are very responsive and more user-friendly.
Collected by the defence, just 10 metres from the line. Sims turns his shoulder into the defence. Tackle one completed. Dummy half running, obviously. Super duper.
Wow, I'm stunned. The Cowboys actually won a match. In each match, you'll control only one player, and the remaining players in your team will be controlled by the CPU. However, you are allowed to instruct the other players in your team what strategy they should use against the opposition simply by pressing a button at any time. When your team is on the defense, you can suddenly take control of any one of the players on your team at any time. When your team has the ball, the player that currently is in possession of the ball is the one that you will control. If you wish to get a better outlook of the players on the field auditioning for homosexual porn films, you can adjust the zoom of the game's camera. Also, the players in this game definitely must be ghosts since they can go through the goalposts and advertising signs that are on the field. If you happen to have some friends, you can play a game of rugby league with a total number of 8 players. However, only 4 GameCube controllers can be plugged into the Wii, so if more than 4 people are playing, some of the players will have no choice but to use a Wii remote. For those who have no real friends, will be disappointed to learn that there is no online component for this game, which is very odd since Rugby League 2 had online.
Looking to pass.
Those markers in
Nice
straight.
tackle there. I like it. He can stick. Farah. The tackle not completed. He's still going. And that is full time, but I don't think the fans wanted it to finish.
Despite the fact Rugby League 3 has many shortcomings, the reality is that there aren't any Rugby League games available that are better. So if you want a video game that simulates Rugby League, then your best option is Rugby League 3. It's a functional game, however it's overpriced and leaves so much room for improvement. I'm giving this game a rating of 6 out of 10.
So tough, but so important, this kick. Has got that one on line, 2 points. Gathers it.